guys, thanks for joining me. My name is Ellie. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm not a chef per se. I'm actually a physical therapist, but I love to cook, and most of all, I love entertaining my friends. So today we're gonna make a nice, sexy surf and turf meal that combines the US with the Bahamas. So we're gonna have a garlic herb steak with a cracked lobster, and on top of that, we're gonna have a tropical salad. So if you're ready, let's go. Let's start with our tropical salad. So it really doesn't matter which one of these ingredients goes first, it's all gonna be mixed in. So you know when you're out on the fish fry, they start off with some bell peppers, then they go in with some diced tomatoes, diced onions, and then what makes it tropical is our mango, and then our pineapple. Now, if you're a pepper fan like me, you could add your diced island goat pepper, but we're gonna keep it bland because we're serving guests. So here's some lime juice, and this brings it all together. And lime juice, you wanna use it sparingly to your own taste, okay? Then we have some orange juice that's gonna counteract that tartness from the lime. All right, and now we're gonna mix it all together. So you bring your ingredients at the bottom up to the top. And now this is where they get to mingle and have a good time. They get to know each other. And now you're getting that view that you're used to of all the colors coming in. And this is gonna top our lobster very nicely. So once it's all combined, we could set this to the side and let all the flavors combine together. Alright guys, so let's prep our steak. I've already prepped my seasoning. You could season steak with anything you like, but this here is built on paprika, black pepper, truffle salt, onion powder, and regular salt. And what I'm gonna do is season both sides. You wanna be pretty liberal with this because our steaks are very thick and you want your seasoning to seep through. So once we have one side done, you want to massage it in. Similar to my day job, I get to massage meat as well. And then we're going to season all the sides. So you want to get that fat cap as well because fat is flavor. You don't want to leave that part out. So once you have it gently massaged in, we can now start to prep our pan. And we could set this to the side and let it marinate for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Showman E-Bistro, the restaurant where the sophisticated and savvy foodie can indulge in multicultural-inspired dishes with a fusion of flavors, giving you taste experiences that are new and satisfying. It's the ultimate Showman experience. The hottest and trendiest spot in town with ultra chic and sexy vibes. Showman E-Bistro, the restaurant, 85 Mackey Street, open Monday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., offering free delivery. Call 603-SHOW or order online at showmanebistro.com.
Alright guys, so now we have our screaming hot pan, which is very important if you want to get a nice crust on your steak. So I'm taking some herb butter, which is pretty easy to make. You just take some softened butter, garlic, herbs, whatever herbs you like, and you pour it in and you mix it all together. This is some truffle oil. You want to add oil to the pan as well because you don't want your butter to burn. It definitely can burn, okay? Alright, so we're ready, screaming hot. You're going to take your steak and you're going to go straight down. And once you get that sizzle, you know you are in the right place to be. Alright, and so we're going to let that stay for a bit. Now it depends on how you like your steak. Some people like it medium well, some people like it well done. But I am a medium well lady. And so it's going to take about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, but you're gonna keep checking it. Don't take your eyes off it because then you're gonna end up in well done land, and if you're like me, I don't want to be there. Now depending on how hot your pan is, you might be already ready to flip your steak. So check this out guys. Nice and golden brown, and if you see the crust, it's already starting to form with that seasoning that we already put on this steak. Guys, I wish you guys could smell it. So look at that. We're gonna let that sit there, and again, steak is very personal. Now, some people like it just like this, but I'm gonna let it cook for a little while. And guess what you could do? You could take your herb butter that you already have, and you could just add some more. And we're gonna do a culinary technique called basting, where we just cover that steak in that herb butter. And once you do this, you really don't need a sauce for your steak. Your steak is gonna stay nice and juicy even after you take it off the table. So we know that the Americans, their independence is all about barbecue. And here we do the same thing too. So we're gonna combine our steak with our natural spiny lobster, and you're gonna have a great meal to serve on July 4th or July 10th. So guys, you saw we had the fat cap. You wanna make sure that you cook your fat cap down. So we already seared both sides. So you wanna get the sides as well. You wanna make sure that fat is already cooked and rendered down. And that's gonna give you a little bit more flavor, and it won't be as chewy when you start to cook, okay? All right guys, so we're almost done. We could take these off, let them rest, and we'll put them to the side. All right guys, just look at this. There's no shortage of flavor at all. You could see the herbs from our herb butter has already started to melt, and that seeps into the steak. Like, you need this. You definitely need herb butter in your life, and it's so easy to make. Don't buy it, just make it.
Showman Bistro is committed to ensuring your money goes a long way, and we're so proud to announce our Showman Meal Kit. Our meal kits contain the produce and meat you need to prepare up to 7 dinners for families as large as 5. With corporate partners like Hands for Hunger, we are positive we can reach even more families in need. We also believe in local sustainability, with local farmers providing 100% of our produce. Please visit our Instagram and Facebook pages and our website, showmanibistro.com, for more information.
I was thinking about this dish. I wanted to do a traditional Bahamian snack. So when we say snack, it involves some fries, it involves your favorite protein that's deep fried. So we're gonna be deep frying. We need some oil and a hot pan, and we're just gonna pour it in. You wanna make sure it is deep because we're gonna be deep frying. Now when we talk about sides to a barbecue, I always think about potatoes because they're so sustaining, and we're gonna fry these, and that's the best way to have potatoes if we're being honest. So we wanna make sure that our pot is nice and hot so that when we dump these in, they start to cook. All right, and when we take those out, that's when we're gonna season. A lot of people season before, and you don't really wanna do that. You wanna make sure that the potatoes are cooked nicely and they're ready to absorb the seasoning, whatever you're gonna put on it. It's so good to be with you guys on this holiday. I'm out on Nassau Harbor, and right behind me is Fort Montague. It's the oldest fort in Nassau. It was built in 1741, and it protects the Nassau Harbor. All right, so our oil is ready, it's hot, and now we could put our wedges in. Now you want to get these, you don't want to crowd the pan, so you want to put them in away from you so that you don't get splashed. And give them their room to breathe, because they need to cook evenly and thoroughly so they could be nice and golden brown, guys. So we're waiting on our wedges to get nice and golden brown. You want it to be tender on the inside and crunchy on the outside. Golden brown like our pineapples that are grown in Eleuthera, and golden just like the age of piracy. Now, Nassau was famous for pirates. I'm talking Blackbeard, Anne Bonny, anyone you could think about. And they had rum. They had a lot of rum. And you know what you could have with this meal? Some nice coconut rum and also some wine. You could mix the two together and I wouldn't tell. Hey guys, let's get started on our cracked lobster that I just got from over there. What we're gonna do is take this nice lobster tail and we're gonna cut it into bite-sized pieces. Now the traditional crack means that you would beat the lobster or pound it with a heavy object until it gets flat, especially with conch, which is very tough, but lobster is pretty kind to a crack. So we just leave this here just like this, and then we could flour and it's already tender. But if you're working with conch, you have to beat it with a heavy object so that you could tenderize. So the objective is to get these into some bite-sized pieces, and then we're gonna egg wash them and flour them and drop them into our hot oil, okay? So it is imperative that we season our flour. You could also season your eggs as well. I like to season everything as I go. So here's some salt. And this is flour and cornstarch. And we're just gonna put some salt here and a little salt in the eggs as well. Because we're not seasoning the crawfish directly or the lobster directly. So we wanna make sure that our breading is already seasoned. So we could take some of our steak seasoning too as well and go right into our flour. That gives it some nice color and flavor. Okay guys, it's really as simple as this. Take your nice bite-sized lobster pieces. You're gonna put it in the egg wash. Make sure it's coated. And then we're gonna dump it into the flour. You're gonna take your dry hand, cover it up. Make sure it's nice and coated. And that's where we get that cracked from. It means that it's crunchy and it gives a different texture to your plate. Once it's fully covered, shake off the excess and we're going straight to our pot. And once we see that's happening, we know that our oil is already heated enough. And we could keep repeating the process with the extra ones. Okay guys, so after about 5 to 7 minutes, your lobster should be nice and crunchy, golden brown, just like this. And what we're gonna do after that, we're gonna set it off to the side and let the oil drain off. And then we'll be ready to plate. Okay guys, your backyard barbecue for Independence is almost ready. Our steak has been resting under foil, which is good. So that means all the juices are locked in. So let's take a steak and we're just gonna start to plate right on the center there. We have our cracked lobster and we're gonna take a lemon or a lime, whatever you prefer, and let's squeeze on just for finishing. And let's take a few. And we're just gonna top it right on top of the steak. It's all about sexy surf and turf on this holiday. Good. And let's not forget about our tropical salad. And this is just gonna go right on top. All right. We also have our wedges that are nice and golden brown. So let's take a few and we're gonna put them off to the side because it's our sexy side dish for our cracked lobster snack, surf and turf for Independence. All right guys, and easy as that, we have our elevated surf and turf snack. It's perfect for you guys for Independence. I hope you guys have a great one. Thanks for joining me.